Good day, students. Today we will proceed with the chapter of set theory and we will see many more concepts. Today we have to understand what is union of sets, what is intersection of sets, and what is difference of sets. Also, we have to get introduced to Venn diagrams. So, children, please understand what will be union. I will give you examples and then we can go for the definition. If there is a set A like having elements 1, 2, 3 and 4 and B is having elements like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something like this you are having. Something like this, two sets are there, A containing elements 1, 2, 3, 4, B having elements 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I want to unite the sets, if I want to take union, what are we going to do? We will use a symbol like this, A union B. This will be the symbol for union. And that will be a collection of elements either present in A or in B. If element is present even in one set, you have to include in the union of the two sets. To be an element of union of two sets, the element need not be present in both the sets. Even if it is present in one set, it will be included in the union. So first I will write all the elements of A. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 already there, 4 already there, 5 not included. So 5, 6, 7. Like this I get A union B. So actually the definition goes like this. A union B will contain those elements either which are in A or in B. This or word is very important. Either X should be element of A or it can be an element of B. Then X will be belonging to A union B. This is the definition of A union B. So this part is definition. What is A union B? It will be this set containing elements X which can be either in A or in B. So that is A union B. You have to understand what are we to do. First write elements of one set and then whatever are left out, you write the elements of the second set which are left out. You get the full set A union B. Supposing I have got A as A, E, I, O, U and B as E, U, P, Q, R supposing. So what will be A union B? I will write first all the elements of A. A, E, I, O, U. E written, U written, P, Q, R remaining. P, Q, R. Like this. So it's a very easy concept, not very tough. What you have to do, understand. First write elements of one set. Then look at the second set. Whatever elements are not written so far, you write those elements. Because in set we don't repeat. Once you have written 1, 2, 3, 4, I will not write again 3, 4. Because in a set we write one element only once. We don't write twice. So I write 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I come to set B. 3 already written, 4 already written, which are 5, 6, 7 not written. So I write 5, 6, 7. And the same is the case over here. So this way we get A union B. So you must understand, children, when we unite two sets, we get a bigger set. Bigger than A, bigger than B. Here also you can see. This is A union B. It contains all elements of A. It contains all elements of B. So we can easily see some properties. A will be always subset of A union B. B will be always subset of A union B. And you realize when we unite, we get a bigger set. If A was like this, see supposing 1, 2, 3 and B was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what will be A union B? It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. We can see that A is subset of B because all elements of A are included in B. So if A is subset of B, then A union B will be B, the bigger set. Like this we understand. So A subset of A union B, B subset of A union B, then what will be A union universal set? So universal set is always the biggest set. In union we get bigger set answer, so this will be U. What will be A union null set? This has no element. This will be the bigger set. The answer will be A. And what about phi union A? Phi union U, sorry. Which is the bigger set? U. Also we can make out if I take A union B or if I take B union A, it is one and the same thing. So commutative law holds good for union. If I write first elements of A, then of B, or first write elements of B, then of A, it makes no difference to me. And then, if I want A union B union C, that will also be A union B union C. Means if I have got three sets A, B, C, so first I can unite A and B, then take their union with C, or I can take B union C and then union with A, it will come out to be same. So this is called associative law. I can first associate A and B, then associate them with C, or I can first associate B and C, then associate them with A. It will make no difference, we will get the same answer. We will get the same set. So these are some properties of set, and also we can write from here, we can see from there, if A is subset of B, if A is the smaller set, then A union B will be B, the bigger set. So these are some properties of union. Please, you can copy. Now children, we have seen intervals. Let us see how to unite two intervals. One interval is given to me, supposing I think like this. First question, I want union of 1, 3, union 2, 4. These two intervals I want to unite. So first plot them children to make yourself understand. This is very important for inequalities also. 1 and 3, and the second one plot 2 and 4. Now 2 will come between 1 and 3, so plot 2 over here. 4 will come on this side, plot over here. So 1 to 3, boundary points not included. 2 to 4, boundary points not included. We want union. That means elements of here or here. So all these elements and all these elements, we can make out, we will start from here and end over here. All elements from 1 to 4 will be included, you can see that. So this will be equal to 1 to 4. Of course 4 and 1 not included. Remember 3 is not included over here, but 3 is included over here. 3 will be including over here. 2 not included in this. This was from here to here. And this was from here to here. 2 was not here, but 2 was included here. So if one element is in any one of the sets, we have to include. So don't think why 2 and 3 are coming, because 3 may not be included here, but it is here. 2 may not be included here, but it is here. So we are including 2 and 3. Then 1, 4, union 4, 6. So please see, let me draw 1, 4. So this is the required area. And 4, 6. 4 exactly below 6. So below 4, sorry. 4 to 6 here. Now either these elements or these elements. So from 1 to 6 I can see all elements, but 4 will not come because 4 is neither here nor here. So how do I write it? It becomes 1 to 6 minus element 4. Only one element is not included, the rest of elements are included. So from 1 to 6, extreme we take. And in between we can make out 4 is not included. Like this you have to think through. Supposing I take up this example. 1 to 4, union 4 to 6. Now if I plot, this is 1, this is 4. Not included, included. Square bracket means included. Another one, 4 to 6. Not included, all elements here. We want union means all the elements from 1 to 6. Is 4 included? Yes. 4 is here but not here. But in union we can take if it is present in any one set. So this answer will be from 1 to 6. Here 4 can be included. Please understand nicely. If I want -2 to 3, union 3 to 5. So you can see this is -2, this is 3, including both, and I plot below it the next interval 3 to 5. Okay children, this is the region. We want union means we want all the elements from -2 to 5. We are having all the elements. 3 also included. Even if it was open over here, supposedly 3 is not included here, but 3 is included over here. So answer will be from -2 to 5. This will be the answer from here to here. So please understand how union of intervals is taken. I told you, I gave you some examples, and like this you have to think. Plot one over the other and see what elements can come. That way we think. If I have got R plus union R minus, so what does R plus mean? This is 0 plus infinity minus infinity. R plus means positive numbers, not including 0 on this side. R minus means all the negative numbers, 0 minus infinity plus infinity. R minus means these numbers, 0 not included. I want to unite them. So all the left side numbers of 0 and all the right side numbers of 0 are included, but 0 is not included. So what do I write it? This is the entire set of real numbers, but not 0. So R minus 0. We can think like this. Okay children? Okay, please pause and copy. I showed you the union of intervals as I was teaching you union of sets. Then see, we come to intersection of sets. Just as in union, what did we do? That if an element belongs to any one set, then we will write in the union of the two sets. But in intersection, how it will happen? If A and B are two sets, if we take their intersection, means we have to write only those elements which are belonging to both the sets. Those elements will come in the set of intersection of A and B. So when I take intersection of A and B, the set that I will get, that will contain only those elements which will be present in both A and B. If any element is not present in both the sets, then it will not be included in the intersection of the sets. So we repeat the example that we had taken. Let me think. A is supposing 1, 2, 3, 4, and B is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what will be A intersection B? This will be the symbol for intersection. Intersection means I have to take common elements. 1 is here but not here, I cannot write 1. 2 is here but not here, I cannot write. 3 is present in both, so 3. 4 is present in both, so 4. 5 is here but not here. 6 is here but not here. 7 is here, not here. 3 and 4. Only these two elements come in the set of A and B. A intersection B. So how do I define A intersection B actually? It will contain those elements X which are present in A and X belongs to B. This and one is very important. This is the definition of A intersection B. So next example, A, E, I, O, U, and B is the set P, Q, R, X, Y, Z. Like this we think. Now you can see there is no element common. No element is common, so A intersection B will be called a null set. Children, this is the importance of null set which I told you. When I introduced you to the null set, I told you its importance you will see later on. So null set is the question of answer of which question? If there are two sets which don't have any common element, then what is their intersection? This question is answered by null set. So null set is the answer to which question? The question is, if there are two sets which don't have any common element, then what is their intersection? Answer is null set. And if two sets have no common elements, children, if A intersection B is null set, then A and B are called by a special name disjoint sets. Please understand this definition. What are disjoint sets? If 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets are given to me, if their intersection is null set, then they are called mutually disjoint sets because their intersection is a null set. So, if I am having A as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am having B as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Children, you can see that A intersection B contains those elements which are present in A and B both. So therefore this is subset of this also and it is subset of this also. So A intersection B, whenever we get, it is subset of both A and B, and we get a smaller set when we take intersection. This set is smaller than A and smaller than B in terms of elements, number of elements. So we can think like this: when we take intersection, we get a smaller set. In union, the larger set is the answer. In intersection, the smaller set is the answer. We think like this. Now children, you can see A subset of B. Here we can see A subset of B. What will be A intersection B? All common elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is A itself. Okay, can you see that? So that means, what are the properties of intersection? Let us see. First, A intersection B is subset of A, that we saw over there. A intersection B will be subset of B also. If A and B are disjoint sets, then A intersection B will be null set. If A is subset of B, what is the intersection? A itself. So A intersection B will be the smaller set is A, so A. Then we can check out that A intersection B will be as good as B intersection A. It will be one and the same thing. Then associative law, A intersection B intersection C will be as good as A intersection B intersection C. So these points we can see about intersection. And then finally, A intersection universal set. Naturally this will be smaller. Universal set is the biggest set, so this will be A. A intersection null set because this will be smaller. A may be having some elements, so this will be definitely smaller, so null set. And U intersection null set, again it will be null set. Please pause and copy, children, intersection of two sets. Now children, you have to get introduced to Venn diagrams. What are Venn diagrams? They are pictorial representations of the elements of set. Like we are writing in property form and list form, if we show in the form of a picture the position of elements in different sets, then it is called a Venn diagram. It was proposed by mathematician John Venn long back. So how do we show it? See, supposing I am having A as 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am having B as 1, 2, 3, 4, say 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. And my universal set contains number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So first of all, I draw in a rectangle a universal set. We draw a big rectangle, and this rectangle represents my universal set. We write U over here. I will draw sets A and B usually with circles, though they can be drawn in the shape of rectangles, square, triangles, whatever shape you want, but preferable is circle, though not ruled by any mathematical rule. You can draw any shape. So children, this will be the common region of A and B. Understand nicely. This will be the set, this will be the region where A and B are overlapping. So here we should write those elements which are present in both. That means this region is A intersection B. common elements. Which are the common elements between A and B? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2 and 3 are right over here. In A there is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 already written, 4 are right over here. In B 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3 already written, are right 6, 7, 7 here. In U we are having numbers from 1 to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not written. 5 right outside. 6, 7 here, 8, 9, 10. This is Venn diagram for the representation of sets A and B and their universal set. Like this we think. If U would not have been given, then don't worry about these elements. Just place the elements of A and B. We think like this. Supposedly I am having A as A, E, I and B as E, I, E, Q. I am not giving U, so forget about that. Just make U like this. This is A for me. This will be B. This is common region. Any elements in common? A, E and I. So E and I come over here. A will come over here. Understand nicely. In B, E I already written. Here comes P. Here comes Q. This is the representation of sets in the form of Venn diagram. Okay. If I have got A as A, E, I, O, U and B as P, Q, R, X, Y. So now children, they don't have any element in common. So don't overlap. You have to keep eye on this and check they are having no element in common. So we should not make this type of set. Then we will draw two separate circles. They don't have any overlapping region. We write like this, A and B. So here A, E, I, O, U and here P, Q, R, X, Y. This is the representation of sets for A and B in this case. Please pause and copy. I am showing you how to draw Venn diagrams. Different positions I am showing you. Supposing A is the set A, E, I and B is the set A, E, I, O, U. So we draw like this. Children, observe A is subset of B. So all elements of A should be in B. So we draw like this, A and B, because A is subset of B. A will be A, E, I and here O and here U. This will be the presentation. If A is subset of B, we have to think nicely. Just look at the members and then decide how to draw the circles. We will have to be a bit cautious, that is it. So if you have understood how to draw Venn diagrams, there can be 3 sets also, 4 sets also. We will come to that in the exercise. Just I wanted to give you information about the Venn diagram, what is it and how it is helpful. A pictorial view we get. See children, there will be something called difference set. Difference set of A and B. There are 2 sets, we want to find the difference set. So difference of A and B, now please understand, difference of A and B will be A minus B. Difference of B and A, that will be B minus A. They won't be same. So children, please first understand, if A is the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B is the set 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want A minus B. How to get A minus B? Children, you see the elements of A because A is first over here. So I will keep my eyes on the elements of set A. If this element is present here, I won't write because it is getting subtracted. So it will be diffused. I will not include in A minus B. So first is A, so I look over here, I don't look over here. I will look at A because A is first, then comes B. So first I should write C over here. 1 is present here, is it over here? No, I can write 1. 2 is here but not here, I can write 2. 3 is here but not here, so I can write 3. 4 cancelled out, 5 cancelled out, that is it. This is A minus B. Now some are left out, we don't worry about that because we have to keep eyes on set A. And if I want to find B minus A, so first is B, so I keep eyes on B. 4 is here, is it here? Yes, cut out. 5, cut out. 6 is here, not here, so 6 I will write. 7 here, not here, 7 can come. 8 here, not here, 8 can come. 9 here, not here, 9 can come. So that is A minus B and B minus A. Please understand. Take one more example. A is A, E, I, O and B is I, O, U, P, Q. We think like this. What will be A minus B? I look at A. Is A present over here? No, so I write A. E not here, so I can write E. I getting cut out, O getting cut out, that is it. That is A minus B. And then if I want B minus A, I look at here. I cut out, O cut out, U present here, not here, so you will remain with me. P is here but not here, it will remain with me. Q is here, not here, so Q will remain with me. That way I get A minus B and B minus A. Now children, if we make Venn diagram of this and this, supposedly, let us see if I draw Venn diagram of both the sets. They have anything common? Yes, so we should draw some overlapping region. This is A and this is B. What is the overlapping region? 4 and 5. 4, 5 are common. A has got 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2 and 3. B has got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4, 5 already written. 6, 7, 8, 9. Here, if we try to see any overlapping, yes, I and O. A, B, I or written over here. A contains A and E also. B contains U, P, Q, like this. Children, A minus B is 1, 2, 3, it is here. B minus A is 6, 7, 8, 9, that is here. Here also A minus B, A, E this side. B minus A, U, P, Q this side. So now please understand children properly in Venn diagram. In Venn diagram, please remember this is A, this is B. This region is A intersection B. And this will be A minus B and this will be B minus A. Please remember. This will be A minus B, containing those elements of A which are not in B. A minus B mein, we will have those elements of A, we are having 1, 2, 3, which are not in B. Only those elements of A which are not in B. So 1, 2, 3. In B minus A, only those elements of B which are not in A. 4, 5 are here also, so we don't take them. So please remember children, this region is called only A, this region is called only B, and this region is called A and B. There is difference between A and only A. Supposing I tell you I teach you maths, that does not mean I don't teach you physics. So when I tell you that I am teaching you maths, I may be teaching you other subjects also. But if I tell you I teach you only maths, that means I am not teaching you physics. When you say you stood first in the school, it is possible that some other student also shared the rank with you. But if you say only I stood first in the school, that means no other child has shared the rank with you. So there is difference in saying I stood first, only I stood first. Okay, I teach you maths, I teach you only maths, there is a difference. So only A means this much region. Only A will mean this much region. A will mean full region. A means this full region, only A means this much. So this is only A, this much region. A will mean this much region. B will be this much region, full B. Only B means this much region. So A and only A, please understand. And then this figure that I see, this figure that you can see, which controls complete A and AB, this will be called, this thing that I am drawing, this region will be A or B, either I am in A or I am in B, A union B. So I can see that A union B can be this region plus this region plus this region. That means it will be A minus B union A intersection B union B minus A. Only B. This plus this plus this. We don't say plus in set theory. Instead of saying plus, we use union. The A minus B union A intersection B union B minus A. That is full A or B. From Venn diagram, we have to take a judgment. So I hope you have understood what is A minus B. It is only A. Please pause and copy, children. Now, see, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and B supposing 3, 4, 5, 6. What will be A minus B? 1 is not here, I write 1. 2 is not here, I write 2, that is all. What is B minus A? 3 is here, I don't write. 4 is here also, I don't write. 5 and 6, that is B minus A. What will be A intersection B? A intersection B is 3, 4. And what is A for me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I write over here. Again. A is 1, 2, 3, 4. And A intersection B is 3, 4. Common elements 3, 4, 3, 4. What do you think for A minus A intersection B? Means I will see elements over here which are not here, I will not write. I will write which are present over here, I will not write. A minus A intersection B, this minus this. So 1 I can write, 2 I can write, 3, 4 I cannot write. That is A minus A intersection B. What is B? B is 3, 4, 5, 6. And what is A intersection B? 3, 4. What will be B minus A intersection B? B minus this. So 3 I cannot write, 4 I cannot write, 5 and 6. Look at B minus A and B minus A intersection B. They are same sets. And look at A minus A intersection B and A minus B. They are same sets. So we conclude that A minus B will be as good as A minus A intersection B, and B minus A will be as good as B minus A intersection B. Now children, don't apply algebra rules over here that B and B cut minus minus cut, that means A is in A intersection B. No, please. These are sets, these are not numbers. So operations will be a bit different. Don't apply rules of algebra. Sir, A and A cut, minus minus also gone, so B equal to A intersection B. Please don't do those things. These are sets and these minus may have got different meanings. These are not real numbers. Okay children? So please. So we come to know that set obtained by taking difference of A and B and difference of A and intersection B, they are same. Set by taking difference of B and A and by taking difference of B and A intersection B, they are same sets. Children, one more thing is left out to be understood. If this is A and this is B, you know this is A minus B and you know this is B minus A. This is A intersection B. So this region that I can see and this region that I can see, union of these two union, that is called A delta B. So A delta B is A minus B union B minus A, this plus this, and it is called symmetric difference set. Symmetric difference of sets. Not difference but symmetric difference. Symmetric difference means A delta B, which is this union this. Now if I want this region or this region, what I can do, from full A and B, I can subtract this much region, so this and this will remain with me. So I can write A delta B is also A union B minus A intersection B. Please understand. From full A minus B, from this full region, from this region, I cut out this region. So this and this are left out with me. So A union B minus A intersection B. So A delta B is defined in two different ways like this. Either A minus B union B minus A, or A union B minus A intersection B, like this. Please understand. Okay, so this was about symmetric difference of set. And how do we get it? Supposing A is 1, 2, 3, 4 and supposedly B is 3, 4, 5, 6. I want A minus B union B minus A. What will be A minus B? That will be 1 and 2. What will be B minus A? 5, 6. I hope you can see now. I take the union A delta B. Union of A minus B and B minus A. Unite both of them. So what will I get, children? 1, 2, 5, 6. So this way we get A delta B. Or we could have gone for this definition. A and B are known. What is A union B? Unite both the sets. I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what is B intersection A? Take common elements. That is 3, 4. So do A union B minus A delta B. A delta B is equal to union minus intersection. Union minus intersection. 1 I can write, 2 I can write, 3 no, 4 no, 5 and 6. See A delta B, A delta B. Both sets same. By both the methods. Okay, children? Fine. Let me teach you the intersection of intervals which are not taken up. Union I took up, intersection I did not take up because it directly went to different sets. Supposing I am having 2, 3 intersection, supposing 1, 3 and 2, 4. Let us plot them. So 1 and 3, boundary elements not included. And 2, 4. Children, this is very important for linear inequalities. 2 and 4. Plot properly. 2 will come between 1 and 3. 4 will. Don't plot 2 over here. Take judgment and plot the numbers in proper sequence. So this is 2, 4 means over here. I want common elements. Common elements means I can see which will be common, this will be common. These elements. Can you make out, children? These elements will be common. So all elements from 2 to 3. 2 is not here but here, 3 is not here but here. So in both the sets 3 is not present, in both the sets 2 is not present. So what will be the answer? Starting from 2 to 3. 2 se leke 3 tak. Common region. Common region. This much region is present here but not here. This much region is present here but not here. So this and this gone, they were not common. Remaining middle portion, common region we take. And we think properly about the boundary points. 2 is not present here but here. So intersection it cannot come. 3 is present here but not here. So in intersection it cannot come. So 2 to 3 like this. Following? Then let us think. 1, 3 intersection 2, 4. See what will happen. 1, 3 not included, included. Then 2 will come here between 1 and 3 and 4 somewhere over here. 2 included, 4 not included. We want intersection, so we are looking for common region. So common region here. 2 included here and here also. 3 included here and here also. So now what is the answer? 2 to 3. This much region common. Common region you have to see, children, for intersection. If I have 0, 3 intersection, close interval 3, 5. Let us see. This is 0, this is 3. Not included, not included. And then 3 to 5. Included, included. Anything common? Nothing is overlapping, but 3 and 3 I can see they are same numbers. 3 included here but not over here. So no element is common, the answer is null set. If it would have been like this 0 3 intersection 3 5, then it would have come like this 0 3, 0 not included, 3 included, then 3 to 5, 3 included, 5 also included. No region is overlapping. Wherever this is ending, from there only this is starting, so no overlapping. But 3 is present in both, so only one element 3. Like this we think. Very important things I am teaching you. These will be very useful to you for inequalities. Please master them. Understand these things properly. How I am taking intersection of intervals. Supposing I have got -1 to 3 intersection 2 to 5. Let us plot -1 to 3, not included, interior region included. Then 2 to 5, 2 will be here and 5 is here. 2 not included, 5 not included. What is the common region? This much is the common region. From 2 to 3. Like this again. There is some region overlapping here. Which region is overlapping, that we have to think. 2 4 intersection 1 5. See 2 and 4 not included. 1 5. Maybe I close it over here, that is okay. It won't make difference. 5 may closed, 1 may open. Common region entire 2 4. But 2 cannot be included because 2 is here but not here. 4 is included here but not here. So answer will be 2 4. You can see all elements of here are present over here. So A intersection B will be subset, therefore like this. So many examples for intersection I have told you, children. Like this you have to think about the intersection of two intervals. Draw one below the other and see for the common region. Please pause and copy. So children, this was about it. I gave you the introduction. In the next video, we will take up the exercise. We have discussed the concepts in this video before going to the exercise 1.4. Thank you and God bless you, children.